All right, that is all the time I have to address things with you for now, because it's your favorite time. It's time for the next run. Here it is, Serious Sam 4, all levels. Take it away.
All right. I suppose we're live. Hello, everyone. I'm Zero. I'm gonna be running the game with some lovely people, but before I let the couch to introduce, I'm gonna do one thing, because this game has a very, very extreme loading time. So we're gonna start loading in the very first level on serious difficulty, and now I'm gonna introduce my couch to you. Apple and Delaw, please introduce yourself to the crowd.
Hey guys, I'm Delaw, Yasin Stavrev. I'm Community Manager and Quality Assurance at Core Team, and I'm really happy to be here with you and watch the Zero break the game completely.
And I'm Apple. I run this game co-op and I've done a lot of the routing for it.
So yeah, Serious Sam 4. The game came out like what, 2 years ago now, I think.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and despite its technical hurdles, I would say this is one of my favorite Serious Sam games. It has less sand, which is something I always didn't like about the series.
I think we got way too much sound in the third game, so we had to get rid of all the sand. Like when this game was being made, there was one rule: please no sand. So yeah.
Alright, we're almost done loading, so it means we're almost ready to start the run. I'm gonna mention that I have FPS locked to 60 in the beginning. That would be important. I started the game on serious, just for this very level. Alright, I'm gonna give you a countdown to start the timer, so 3, 2, 1, let's go. So in the first level, again, we only do serious difficulty because it's kind of a prologue, where essentially all that happens is you gotta like fight the Legion and then you die, so we can just, you know, die and move on.
That's called speedrunning.
Yeah, there are some interesting things in that level, but we'll get to that after the run, because the nation incentive was met. I'm not gonna spoil anything yet, but we'll see that level again in the future. So Death from Above is the first real level, and that's where the game kind of starts showing its core as a speedrun. So this is weapon wheel, a mechanic that's present in many games that are broken, like Doom Eternal, for example. Here it is broken in different fashions, so what happens when I scroll the weapon wheel? Well, I don't really scroll it, don't die. Okay, that will do. What happens when I open the weapon wheel is all the FPS starts accumulating really like fast, so that allows me to get boosts off the surfaces that would give me boosts normally. So that rock that I got stuck on, and 60 FPS is very important here, launches me, if I do the setup correctly, all the way to the roof. I unfortunately had too much boost, so I flew over, but that's...
So, you know, Doom Eternal, it's the same concept there, it's just giving us more frame rate for free.
Yeah, and this is the shortest loading in the game, so I'm gonna switch FPS to unlimited. And another thing I'm gonna mention is I'm playing on the lowest graphical settings. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Specifically for frame rate.
Yep.
I feel like we're watching Pacifist run. This is great.
There's plenty of fighting here. All right, this trick here is frame perfect. I got it, I think. Despite being on unlimited, and I'm saying frame perfect, it's not too hard to get that, but you literally gotta let go of weapon wheel for like 1 frame, because I started holding crouch there, and that basically launched me up. Alright, this is the first fight in the game. I'm gonna focus on Processed and Gnars, because as soon as all of them die, I will proceed to the next phase will start, which is Kamikaze. So huge shoutouts to Apple to analyzing all of that.
Yes, one of the really cool things about this whole series is they just give us the same editor used to make the game. So I can just go in there and see how these fights work exactly. And I worked out who we need to kill when to go as fast as possible.
So I guess a few boosts that can be explained. First of all, like geometry in Serious Engine is a bit wonky, so many shapes will just push you off, like that rock at the very beginning. The other thing would be like this sort of shape on the wall. The kamikaze is just spawning. I can let NPCs kill them and explain the wall. The very specific shape is used for boosts, as in if you were to crouch near that kind of wall, the game will think that you're stuck and it will try to get you unstuck. And it does that by, elevating you all the way up. And that's how, again, in the very first level and in this level, when I was crouching with the weapon wheel, you get the launches.
Another game depends on frame rate, so high FPS makes you go up quicker and get bigger sideways boosts out of them.
I'm wondering how long it took you to find the perfect spot to use that weapon wheel glitch.
In this level it took a while.
Because that specific rock, to try it, it's amazing.
Basically to try every wall.
I'm gonna go for animation glitch here. Sorry to interrupt you guys. Okay, can keep going, I'll show it in a sec.
No, I was just saying you probably hugged every object on the level trying to find the perfect one to get lunch from.
Alright, so now I have shotgun, but in third person mode I have knife, and Sam is very strong because he can do pull-ups just like that.
Well, he gotta keep those muscles.
And he also shoots with a knife. Alright, now it's back to normal though. It just happens. I don't know if it happens on the current patch. I'm playing on the older version of the game. Again, thanks to Crow Team to just allowing us to change versions of this game in Steam. Just like that, with a snap of a finger. No shenanigans with like down patching. You just go to beta versions and all of it is there. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, it might be one of those things that are currently patched. And this fight still has some way to go. It's vampires and then bulls.
Most of the tricks you're seeing here still work on current patch. It's just one specific thing which will come later.
Yeah, the very last level is the reason why we play on the older patch. But other than that, yeah, it all should be doable on the current patch. But yeah, we can have some donations.
Excellent. All right, I've got a donation of $100 here from Atreus. This says, "Morning GDQ, greetings from the UK. So happy to have another awesome marathon event to kickstart the year. It is an honor and a privilege to witness such superhuman feats of gaming prowess and charitable generosity. Thank you to everyone for all you do, and good luck for the whole week."
You can do four more.
Yeah, shout-outs from places. Besides the UK, got someone chiming in here from elsewhere. John Torakan, also $100, saying, "That's how we do it in Rochester, New York, baby." Shout-outs to New York and the UK. Thank you.
Alright, the fight is almost over, and the reason we have to do this fight is because the level ending trigger for this level, and pretty much for any level where we're forced into a fight, is a boss fight. And we cannot spawn boss any faster than, doing the arena. In some levels you can kind of go out of bounds and see the boss, but it doesn't do anything. Also, you might have noticed that I'm sometimes, sprint jumping, like strafing my camera and then jumping. That is the movement found by Keltas in this game. You just flick the camera and then flick it back. Essentially do like a short strafe like this, and that allows you to preserve some of your speed. And for like 2-3 jumps, you are moving faster than sprinting. This is a small thing which saves around 30 to 40 seconds all around the run. And the snake went okay-ish. Was a quick kill anyway.
Screen.
Yeah. So this game is essentially separated into, well, 3, I would always call them, big areas. So Italy, then France, and then a bit of Siberia. And Italy is by far the longest part. It's like 22 minutes in game time or something along those lines. Yeah. And it also has Talos levels, and Naples here is a fellow
I got myself.
Talos runner, yeah. And these Talos levels are very broken in terms of how many ways there is to go out of bounds. I remember the law you were telling me that you were like pointing out at the areas where you can go like out of bounds, and you were closing them.
In this level, you can really get out of bounds from many spots. So I
this
assume
one?
yeah, this one. But again, I don't think it's necessary to wall all these places. I mean, as long as the out of bounds doesn't happen by accident, when the player is trying to go on the main path and then suddenly he ends up out of bounds, it's okay. I mean, this gives you guys nice opportunity to explore the level and do speedruns like those. Also, I was pretty sure you're gonna go for the 3H serums, and you're most likely gonna save them for each boss fight from that point on.
Not exactly. So yeah, what you're supposed to do there, the door is closed, you need to get a key, and we just skip getting the key part. All right, first try.
Of course you
so I crouched there in specific geometry. That could launch me in many places, but it did the safest launch. So essentially it allowed me to skip using Rage Serum to... Rage Serum does two things. First of all, it increases your damage and fire speed. The other thing it does, it reduces fall damage to 0. So if I would have been launched off that corner, like in a sky, I would have had to use one Rage Serum and lose time and 3 levels for not having it. But now I have it, so I'm just gonna drink it for the Knum fight. So yeah, many bosses in this game is just, you know, first appearances of enemies, which later just, you know, start appearing more often. Like Knum, the snake would appear like a couple times in the game, I believe. I don't think we'll see it in we'll see it in the speedrun in the final level, yeah. And in Gates of Hell right now, there will be a Witch Bribe. So Gates of Hell, this is the first insane RNG skip. I don't know, I'm just gonna go silent and let Apple explain a bit of that, I guess.
Oh, it's really like you said, you just go hope.
Yeah, you just gotta
say much more than that.
You just gotta pray. You do like there's the way you run this game is like you have some setups that you try to be as consistent with as possible, but the game just can decide to not let you, because as I said, physics is pretty wonky in it. So
you work fine during practice, and then you go to actually do it in a run, and you don't get it at all.
Yeah. So first of all, I need to get inside the out of bounds without being thrown out of it. I'm gonna make stuck on a very specific geometry, and then I'm gonna quick save and start loading until I get stuck in a place where I think is good. So that might take a while.
So technically in this level you could just do this out of bounds and run straight to the end, but we're going to try to do a boost to go a bit quicker.
Did I just do it damageless?
Oh.
Drink!
So
just drink. That's a good setup anyway. I got a really good setup really quick, and then I got the nearly perfect boost, to be honest.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
See, what we used to do...
to the end of the level.
Yeah, we used to just run through this entire level previously, but then we always knew that this collision is wonky. And then, I believe it was Black Secret and Harry Polster who experimented with that a bit. And they were like, wait, you can actually get kind of good boost here, except it's not consistent at all. And we spent some time playing with that, trying to figure out what can you do with that launch at all, and then I figured this setup, which was kind of more, I forgot to pick up more, which was more or less consistent, but you'd still reset, I don't know, most of your runs in this level. But yeah, this is just a very simplistic fight here. Mummies, vampires, perfect time for a couple more donations.
Okay, here is a $25 one from Anonymous that says, we have a $25 donation from Anonymous. The that says, we have a $25 donation from, hang on, have I read this already? Thanks to all the runners and staff. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Anonymous, for not getting us stuck in another loop. And then one more, $25 from Fib saying, I know that the Velociraptor mascot is named Velocity, but what is the Frame Fatale's cheetah mascot name? And what is the name of the Manticore mascot? Are there any other mascots? Okay, Frame Fatale's is Faith. I know that one for sure. I am not positive about any others. But there you go, Fib.
Alright, so now the last wave, 3 Pyromaniacs. I always throw 2 C4s there, even though there's only 1 Pyromaniac spawning. I just don't remember where it spawns. And I'm used to throwing those 2 C4s. So at this point, I'm still waiting for them to spawn. I don't care. Now, up to get a Butch Bribe kill? Bride. I always say bribe, I don't know why. Oh, that one didn't die. That is a weird fight. You can actually one-cycle it. It's very precise. I'm not gonna try to. This is like an AL strategy. But Sam sometimes doesn't want to latch C4 onto her, so see how that goes. Oh, he behaved.
That was decent.
Up. Did die. So yeah, did you guys the thing that I wanted to ask, like did you guys actually try to model like the area around Coliseum in any way that is like realistic, or did you just throw it together and like, or is it any way based on actual Rome?
Yeah, it is actually. Most of the locations are real life scanned and added to the game to be, well, as realistic as possible. They can be in the game itself. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this level is short right now. I'm gonna just run. We can probably talk about a few things.
Sure thing.
Good luck, boys. Call me if you need backup.
So discount Cacodemons appear.
Oh yeah, now I know why this level is short. Because nothing locks you, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna launch yourself to the very end.
Well, thing is, we used to launch ourselves. Initially that level had a boost found by Dogmeats, but that boost was wasting 1 rage, and we ended up not using it. And in the end it's slower than just running towards the end. So this level is, despite it showing that the marker is like pretty far, well, it's like 2.5 kilometers. It's actually, I don't know where it's pointing. I think it's pointing to a secret fight for some reason. But yeah, it also might be
co-op. We can do the boost though, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, if I'm lucky, I can get on this roof and then do. Okay, I'm gonna do the boost.
Nice.
Oh, I got scammed by a roof. I got.
Nothing worse than getting scammed by a roof.
All right, easy minute time. Oh, I got actually a sub-minute. Yeah, that's one of the more annoying things in this game, that we had to, change the timing for ALs, because all the previous games had like seconds. This one just has minutes. So we're like, well, I guess we'll start using RTA since we do the weapon wheel anyway, which slows the timer down.
Not a single Gnar life was taken during this level.
Oh, nobody. Oh no, 4
kills.
4 kills. That's Rodriguez going on a
roll
there. I got the biggest score I've ever had on this level, because normally you don't kill anything, and Rodriguez
now you have your kill bonus from Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez generally kills the discount Cacodemon, and that's about it. I don't know how those green flying guys are called. I just call them Cacodemons for obvious reasons. Yeah, this level doesn't load too long, and this is the level where if I would have wasted an extra rage serum on 4 horsemen, oh whoops, this jump is more annoying than it looks like. But yeah, okay. If I would have wasted an extra, if any extra rage serum would have been wasted on 4 horsemen, I would have had to fight the boss of this level. Okay. So yeah, I guess this is the shape, which is I'm just gonna crouch and it's gonna launch me. I just gotta look in direction where I have FPS drop so that I am not flying too far away. like here. And then here, I'm gonna boost all the way to a Rage Serum secret. Because I need one more for a France level. Oh, I didn't jump.
Is a pretty important part of this run.
Yeah. It's essentially the rage management is like one of the main portions of this run. It's not like super difficult, but like we just go on these detours every now and then to grab a rage to either fight the boss faster or to use it to not die from fall damage. And this one that I just picked up, I'll be using on the first France level to not die of fall damage. So this fight, it's pretty chill. I don't know, I like it. It's very hard to lose time on it because enemies just spawn very slowly, fill arena, and then, you know, the only thing that matters is that the last enemy dies as soon as it spawns, so that we're not getting stuck on the first wave for a long time. I'm gonna just, you know, go under the level. That doesn't do anything, but here's the boss.
Spoilers.
He's just waiting for his moment to shine.
Yeah, we on some moment thought that maybe you can kill it. I think someone was checking that and
Yeah, I was going to
him.
ask you if you can actually kill him with the Rage Serum from below.
Yeah, I don't think it does anything. Yeah. That's okay. Like in the cutscene he appears like that, I believe. So yeah, that's not an actual real crab, I believe. So yeah, while this fight goes on, a couple more donations would be probably a good thing because I'm just shooting.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. I've got $20 here from Plastic Zaku that says, "Hyped for Serious Sam 4. Such lovely scenery for a picnic. Very relaxing. Wait, do you hear yelling in the distance?" And another $20 donation here. "Love AGDQ and all the things you do. Let's hope make cancer a thing of the past by going very, very fast." I also have a $250 donation from Jeff Banyan. "I'm so happy to be able to donate this year. Thank you, Games Done Quick. Let's kick cancer's butt."
Speaking of screaming in the distance, there they come. At least some of them. That wave has 5 kamikaze, I believe. Remember telling Apple 4 and him correcting me during the practice run that we
The
had?
document open.
Yeah, the unfortunate part is that they spawn in random places, so I can't just, you know, look at one spot and expect them to spawn there. I just gotta be on a constant lookout and listening from where the eye is coming from. There's gonna be more in this phase. So now that I have 2 rage serums, I have the rage to kill the crab boss. If I would not have, I would have lost 15 seconds from killing it normally. This is one of my favorite parts of this arena because, I don't know, I just like the impact that the shotgun has, especially when shooting Nars. This is like one of the most satisfying things in Serious Sam 4 to me.
The gunplay, I'm really happy with how the gunplay turned out. And Damian just made amazing sound, music-wise and weapon-wise. It has really nice punch to them.
Yeah. Later there's gonna be like a fight that I do with the sniper rifle, also like that one. Sniper rifle in this game is probably my favorite Serious Sam sniper rifle. It has amazing animation for reloading as well, the good punching shoot sound. Very nice.
My personal favorite has to be the double barrel. Like the moment I got to use it, it just felt so good.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, we also never see the new weapon this run, the rocket launcher chainsaw weapon thing. Never pick it up. But yeah, there's one thing I never mentioned. Like I'm starting to drink in Rage before the fight starts, but you might wonder why not just do it in advance. If I do it in advance, the cutscene will cancel it. As a result, I will just waste my Rage. I'll have the Rage ticking, but it will not be, you know, the effects will not be active.
So you just want the animation to finish after the cutscene's been skipped.
So, one thing to notice is I'm playing on the lowest graphics for FPS. It's mostly for like 2 stages, and I can do them without that. It's just for a bit more consistency. This game is a bit easier on you than, let's say, Serious Sam 3 in terms of how much FPS it needs for a speedrun. Serious Sam 3 is more taxing in that regard. For that game, it's easier, but you still need a lot for like more consistent strats. So this level is pretty annoying. For some reason, it has my favorite soundtrack of this game. That's hands down, but it drops frame rate wildly. So I'm gonna be killing enemies while I run towards the place from which I'm gonna be boosting, because I need to do a very long boost and fly a long distance. And if I have a lot of enemies around, they will eat into my FPS, and that's no good. Oh, come on. Somewhat okay movement. The left sniper didn't shoot me. Basically, the way to figure out if you're fast or not at all. So I'm just gonna start shooting drones. So IL strat for this level is actually there is a skill tree in this game, and what you can learn is flying the enemies. And in earlier patches, you can fly drones. So in IL, what you would do is you would get on a drone and fly to the end. It's unfortunately not very. Ah, God damn it! It's unfortunately not very consistent to do in a run, so it's never performed.
You could also play Harpies back in the days.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, so this boost, I'm gonna also aim down the sights because I need to fly very high, very far. Okay, that works. Can we go on a... Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna just show you the scenery, I guess. But this is a good boost. I just gotta navigate myself and not fly up. I just need to turn. Surfing in this game is weird. What I'm trying to do is surf around without getting... Okay, flinged in the sky, and that's good. So there are many ways that boost can go. I can land on a bridge, I can land behind the bridge, and if I land behind the bridge, I gotta do a horseshoe maneuver, essentially, to get over here. And then if I land on a bridge, I can actually get launched all the way into the exit, which I never succeeded in surviving, except for once when I wasn't even recording. But yeah, this level doesn't have too many fights, and we're actually like skipping most of the meat of this game. Like there's a lot of cool fights. There are side quests that we never do. We picked up the rages, but they aren't actually. We didn't actually do a side quest. We never pick up the power-ups, though we will be using the upgrade system later. Way later in the run, but now we get to one of the things that were advertised for this game, which is the mech, the Pope Mobile, and it's a cool mechanic, I guess. And this boost here is extremely easy. Again, this wall will just boost me if I crouch near it. I said if I crouch, okay. So I just boost there, and it launches me because there is like a ceiling which points forward. So here I'm just gonna skip this park fight, and this and the bridge fight are the only two fights in this level. This is a relatively short level, casually. Two big fights, and then you do to the Pope Mobile section. So Nana is fighting clears, and she will never... Well, we'll finish the level before she finishes all the clears. The fight takes her like 2 minutes 55 seconds to beat. She's not very speedy, but she's safe. She has minigun and she's on a balcony, so don't worry about her.
So it is fun when testing this level, just at some point randomly her cutscene will play.
Yeah.
I think she's doing pretty well for her age.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you left her alone with two waves of clears. So.
Yeah, there's like couple of hundreds of clears. So yeah, mech has a boost, and boost actually well, you'd think there is one boost, but in fact there is two boosts that the mech has. If you tap it for just like one frame, you will desync the throttles or something like that, because if you just hold, you get like a big boost instantly, and that's it. I'm not sure if that's intended. Doesn't sound like intended to me, but
it's the future.
So There's also
just
a possibility to get small boosts off of these tentacles we're destroying, like you saw there.
that was a good boost.
Those tentacles can actually, if you time it properly, can fly you to the boss even faster.
Yes,
Yeah.
they can.
Tried finding a setup for that for so long.
I actually love doing that.
The unfortunate part of the level is that even if you get to the boss arena without the mech, when you enter the mech, you still have that cutscene playing.
Yeah.
But AL's strategy is actually going to the boss arena without the mech, but also picking up time warp, which freezes time, and then you go here, you pop the time warp so that the mech doesn't get destroyed while you entering it, essentially, because it still takes damage as the cutscene goes, and you will just die. But it's a bit not too consistent for a full run. Maybe one day. It doesn't save too much. It's the unfortunate part. Do we get to see Nona finish the fight? I think she's still going, yeah. Alright, that's the end of Italy section. And this is the level where actually I would say most criticism for this game came from the big open levels from people. I am very in the middle in terms of them. I like the music, I like the driving, I just like the mindless, traversal. It's just a bit, I guess, out of how this game used to be all this time. Just run and shoot, and now you suddenly just drive and nothing. This is a very fun level.
It is a bit different than the usual Serious Sam levels you will see, but also I think it's pretty okay pacing-wise, because you're coming off two pretty action-intense levels, and this level kind of gives you a little bit of breathing room from all the action. It is a bit too long, maybe, but also...
We're gonna help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that 8 kilometers, this is the exit. It will change to like this thing over here. I'm just explaining what's gonna happen. This is all the levels, so we gotta go on a bike like there, and then we gotta fly there, and there's actually like Carcassonne, and all the other levels are kind of partially already loaded, like, well, the layout, well, bits of layout are loaded. We can, essentially, there's like a meme guy going really fast to the Carcassonne or something on YouTube, with like the IGN commentators react, intense gameplay, or whatever. I hope you got the meme, but yeah. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna skip driving, because you can just use the bike, go out of bounds, because you run into a dead end if you follow this road. But you can go around it and then just go through the outer bounds and drive to the exit. That's what we used to do in this level for a long time, actually. And then someone, I would imagine Harry Poster again, found that this well is quite well. So, shoutouts to French Restream. Oh, no. Correct me. So, get used to that
You were
line.
talking earlier about finding boosts. Imagine in this whole level finding this.
Yeah, Harry is great.
Second try, dude. Let's go. No, not the house. I gotta do it again now. Yeah, any of you French people out there? Come on, come on. Okay. I got a curse correct now.
But frankly, we're in a bit of a pickle, or
Okay.
whatever it's called around here. A bit of
That will
There's a
do.
lot of air control in this game, which helps when you go slightly off course like that.
one with a gun in it.
So yeah, in a perfect way, that actually second boost, I didn't curse correct enough, but I could have flew right into this exit if I curse corrected to the right a bit more. So this level done perfectly is like 1 minute and a half, even less probably, but it's extremely difficult, and I also got a really good boost. Like, you can get a boost which, like, that one setup that I was using requires you a lot of FPS. There is the one which requires you only 90 FPS. It's slower, and the course correction is much more difficult, but it's doable. This one just needs more FPS, and you just ram into that rock and then just go flying all the way towards the level end. But this
the
level
biggest boost in the entire series.
is it bigger than Nubia?
Oh yeah, that's only like 2k.
Oh, really? Okay. So yeah, Nubia skip is the one in Series M3. And I thought that one was longer, but yeah, I guess it isn't. So yeah, we just skipped 8 kilometers of walking. So I'm gonna pick up this black hole, which is a gadget, another thing. I'm gonna use it for a glitch in like a couple levels. Picking it up like wastes you 5 seconds, but it saves 15, so by not doing it, you're losing 10 seconds. So this level, there is many ways of doing this level. In the speedrun, I mean, there is like every person has their own personal setup on how they play this. But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go all the way forward, and then mech runs out of battery. Oh, whoops. My setup is a bit wrong, I guess. And then the mech runs out of battery, and you're supposed to... Okay, second try, that's not too bad. And you're supposed to walk on your foot and then drive on like a quad bike. There is a very cool fight in the middle of this level, I like that one a lot. But what we can do instead is just push the mech out of bounds, and because we never hit the trigger, which runs the mech out of battery, we'll just never run out of battery. And luckily, just ever so luckily for us, we can enter the final fight with no preconditions whatsoever, and while also being in the mech. And it's also faster being in a mech. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk now, and I'm shooting trees so that my mech doesn't get stuck, and also utilizing the fact that mech has 2 boosts instead of 1. So I'm trying to single frame tap the boosts. Oh, whoops. While a bit noisy on shooting, it's perfect time for donations.
Okay, you just interrupt me if I keep talking too long, because I wanted to cover a couple things with the audience. Let you know we're less than $20,000 away from $500,000 raised for charity. I know we don't have much left to go for that, but you might be thinking, Prologue, $20,000, still quite a lot of money. Listen, our current donation total, we have raised that off of, just want you to know, the average donation amount so far, under $100. It's not even $75, so whatever you can give, it's all adding up together. And in fact, right now, there's even one prize you can be eligible for if you donate even our minimum amount, which is only $5. So please go over to the website and donate. And just one quick one for you, an anonymous donation here, $470, no comment with that. It did come in during the Hitman Codename 47 run, so I think they're the 470 from that. Thank you very much, Anonymous.
Alright, I'm almost done walking. This is the house that will boost me back in bounds. You can go all around this arena, and then there is the simpler boost, but it's slower. That one is a bit odd, and I had issues with it lately, like now, yeah. I used both my throttles accidentally, but yeah. Just woo! And this is Carcassonne over there. This is where we're going, but this is not even next level. Oh, next level is fun, by the way, for all wrong reasons. But yeah, we can just spin to win, so if you're getting... don't get nauseous, essentially, from me spinning too much. I have a question. Who came up with... Do you happen to know who and how came up... question to Law, of course. Who and how came up with the chainsaw rocket launcher weapon that you get in this level?
I can't tell exactly who, but the chainsaw has been kinda a thing for the community. It's been a meme, like people actually did a lot of those in the workshop, and there was a little bit of requests. And
really?
I think, yeah, we've done it. I think the community did it even earlier, but different variation. And I mean, it's a rocket launcher with a chainsaw attached to it, and it's serious. How do you not love this?
Yeah, it's a great weapon. It's broken. It doesn't have much weapon ammo.
It has to be broken. If a rocket launcher with a chainsaw attached to it is not broken, then it's not a rocket launcher with a chainsaw.
Yeah, so, and G+ Run Co-op uses it for Uxan, I believe.
You can kill every boss with it. I'm not sure about exactly any, but Ugzan, you can one-tap him with the chainsaw. But there's no chainsaw launcher in the final level.
So you need to either cheat it or get it to be weirdly glitches.
I really wanted to put the secret one in the final level, like super secret, so player can experience that. But
I'm gonna say that this level is gonna be a Sakura Blossom right now. That's because of this version has a lot of visual bugs on this on pre-baked lighting. And that's something that was reported by Harry Poster a lot, and Crow Team did fix most of this actually. This is not pink in the final version, that's for sure. So this boost that I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to boost anywhere out of a gutter, really, preferably to the left. But I'll take that. Well, I just landed back in a gutter. Well, okay. Okay, this is acceptable. So yeah, ideally you just fly to the left, but that boost is very hard. And then you land on the roofs, survive the fall, and then, you know, you're closer to the end of the level, and you completely skip it. So we're just gonna run here. There's just one thing I gotta not forget, so Apple, remind me again if I talk a lot and not changing difficulty. That's important. But yeah, you can essentially fly all the way towards those buildings in the distance. And this is one of those levels that benefits greatly from sprint jumping. It's not much, but it because you just only run in straight lines here. In the end, you save 10 seconds just by doing that, even imperfectly. And I mean, I've been doing it for a long time. I got way better with it, but when I started, I had issues even understanding how it works. It looks very intuitive. You just spin the mouse and, you know, jump. But
there's a specific way you've got to do it.
Yeah. Alright, so here I'm gonna change the difficulty to serious. It doesn't matter serious or hard. And this is due to the scripting of next level. I'll let Apple explain it because he was the one who discovered it.
So, just all over the game, they make fights a little harder, like with enemy spawns, when you're on harder difficulties. And one of the things they do in the next level is they make some bulls spawn quicker. But the script's a little iffy and it only checks the difficulty at the start of the level. So we switch to serious so that we get the quicker spawns, but then we're going to switch right back to tourists so that we can kill them nice and quickly.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. Also, I guess during this level I can get a shout out to Decino, which is Doom YouTuber, who played this game on serious difficulty, and I actually didn't know about the orb spawn. There's a mechanic in this game, the secret orbs, which you pick up and then they follow you, they kill the enemies. And I didn't know about this orb after my playthrough, and I could also shout out any other person who did all secrets, but that's the one person who I saw it from, and he's like, okay, here's this orb, I'm gonna pick it up and it's gonna help me throughout the level. And I'm like, oh, I can use it in the fight. And yeah, now we always use it in the fight because it helps cleaning up the small bugs all around the arena. So as this level loads, eventually, and change difficulty back to tourist. But yeah, as Apple said, all the spawns and triggers are for serious difficulty now. And I also need to pick up one rage serum. I'm gonna ask Law. Alright, I'm gonna collect the orb first. Is this the intended way of getting it? Because that way...
There are actually a few ways.
Because this is the one we do. And because it seems easier than anything else. Jumping on this rock and this wall and then on a statue is extremely wonky.
Parkour secrets were pretty wonky, especially in the beginning. Then we kind of updated them, made them a bit easier for the player. Added some extra planks. A little bit easier, yes. But this has two ways. The one you showed and the one with the rock.
Oh, so you knew about the other one, okay.
Of course.
Okay. And we thought we were being smart. Alright, so here, this is the path, our path is being blocked, but I'm gonna change FPS to 25. And then the collision actually, it isn't so good anymore. It still pushes us away, but on the lower frame rates it does it like less often, I don't know, with less strength. So we can squeeze in there and go to a final fight of Carcassonne. I also switched FPS to 90, that is to one other boost that is left in this game, because that one is 90 FPS specifically. Again, a very notorious speedrun moment of this game. I was ruined many runs by just not cooperating. But yeah, this is the fight that I like a lot. The punch of the sniper rifle and the reloading animation are just so nice. So yeah, the orb is gonna jump around killing bugs for me. I don't have to worry about them at all. Yeah, and after I kill all the belchers, well, no, not after I kill the belchers, but at the end of this fight, the bulls will start spawning, yeah, as Apple explained. And on this, because of the triggers that I have now, they will be spawning every like 2-3 seconds instead of every 10. So that will be a lot faster. But yeah, other than that, another good time for the nations.
All right, here is one I've got from Amerlin, $100, saying, "Studio crew here, having a great time." Yeah, shout out to the Games Done Quick studio powering this broadcast, keeping it going for us all. Thank you. We got $25 here from Rogue Peach, donating in honor of my grandfather who passed away from cancer and my mother who is a cancer survivor. Love what you guys are doing here. $25 here from... Yeah, okay. Victor Prime with that $25 donation saying late night GDQ is cozy GDQ. Thank you, Victor.
So yeah, this is also, I remembered how I like this song a lot. Very pumping. I don't know, soundtrack in this game is really one of the better Serious Sam soundtracks.
It's
Damien
my
did a
favorite,
really
maybe.
good job.
I think it's my favorite.
Yeah.
Damien really outdid himself with this one.
Yeah, I also didn't initially like I did like the final level, you know, the Grand Cathedral Revisited, essentially, but it grew on me, and I like it much more than I used to. Okay, I'm gonna blow up the orb. It's another mechanic. You can destroy it, and it will do the big bombardment. That will help me with the red biomechs that spawn, because of serious difficulty start again. On normal, they wouldn't be there, and now I just gotta kill all Gnars. And that's should be the end of the fight.
So there are a few extra enemies you have to kill, but the extra ball speed is definitely worth it.
Alright, so Anathema unto God, this is the final France level and the longest level in the run, because the fight before the boss is very long. You can actually get to the boss arena, but the boss trigger isn't there. Is that on purpose, Law? Or is it just programmed some way?
Honestly, I'm not sure exactly if this is on purpose. I think not, but I don't really know that answer. Because the guy who programmed it has to tell you why it's that way. But you know, we played normally, and you have to finish the area to the gate to unlock, and you have to go through the gate to start the boss fight. I think that was because during the testings, a lot of people could actually out of bounds and trigger the fight while the gate fight was still going. So it became a buggy mess. So I think that's when we disabled it. Because at one point, I remember you could trigger the fight while there was a fight going on behind you. But then you have enemies from the previous wave interfering with the boss fight.
I see. Okay, so yeah. But yeah, you can go out of bounds in many places in this level. This level also has like 26 secrets or something like that. Some absolutely astronomous amount. But yeah, what we gonna...
Very interesting when we eventually get around to routing all secrets.
Yeah, I want to route all secrets, I just never getting to it. I'm still not satisfied with what all levels run that I have. I got the new record while I was practicing for GDQ. I uploaded it but never unlisted because the run is just so bad. I go to boss fight in this level, and then there is a lot of flashing lights, so be warned, in like 4 minutes there will be a lot of flashing lights. well, in 5 actually. And I just couldn't see boss's health, and I apparently used rage, and I missed all my shots into him, wasting like half a minute killing him without the rage because I didn't quick save there. So it's just such a dumb mistake that I was like, okay, if this is world record now, I'm probably not gonna upload it anywhere. And then I perfectly played the rest of the game, just how it normally happens. But yeah, this arena, very long. I don't like it, at least in the run. It's also very random, all these biomech spawns, mummy spawns, they are in random spots, so I'm just gonna be doing a cleanup eventually, because all these enemies might, well, mummies can get stuck behind the geometry if you just stay on one spot, and then the wave is never gonna end. So what I'm gonna do is just go around the arena, and NPCs and myself will just clean up all the mummies. That's just the easiest way, and I'm gonna start doing it once the scrap checks spawn. There they are. This song is kind of reminding, on some point, of Prodigy's Omen. I don't know if it's expired, everyone hears it in it. And the timing for how good you did with the fight is that if the Prodigy riff happens like once, then you did good. If it doesn't happen at all, then you did really good. Otherwise, you were slow. But you'll hear it. It's very reminiscent. If you know the song, you will recognize it. I'm just gonna let that fight play out. I'm gonna go to Prologue probably in just a bit. Now, there it goes. Does sound a lot like it. Alright, now second part of the fight, and I have 12 grenades again. I still don't understand why that happens. Sometimes you have 25, sometimes you have 12. I'm gonna be a bit slower here, but yeah, that wave isn't very interesting, so good time to talk about donations or something else.
Right, okay, chat, get ready for this one if you'd like to spam some emotes. I have a comment here for our runner, a $50 donation from Dimiteru, who says, Tezuro, take our RUSC community energy, Vohayo. I bet on you a lot of my bubbles. Or against you, I'm not sure. But anyway, wish you good luck, win this game, take RNG. And then apparently there is a headless kamikaze out there named Jesse G, because Jesse G donated $25 just saying, ah! Thanks, Jesse. And then I have a few people chiming in about, you know, our minimum donation amount. As I said, only $5. Metrax said donated $5, saying $5 train to 500,000. Let's go. And Anonymous also $5. $5 hype train. Thank you very much for those.
So yeah, this is a kettle gun. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly talk about how laser gun is a kettle gun in this, because it keeps boiling when you shoot it more. Actually, it's a cool mechanic. It does more damage the more you shoot it. It also sounds like a kettle about to go off. Yeah, that's about all I have to say. This wave is like the same as the first one. I'm gonna go on a cleanup soon and then just finish the enemies, so you can have a couple more in.
Okay, here's up, first up, No Man with a $25 donation saying, I speed ran home, cycle skipped my chores, sat in my chair geometry, glitch hunted down my remote, and almost fell out of bounds watching this run. Good luck, runner and couch, and thank you to the GDQ staff, volunteers, and the marvelous host for an excellent event. And then a shorter one here from Mauricio, $25, just saying, let's beat cancer. Thank you.
Alright, I ran out of laser, and I don't have much Devastator ammo, but I should be fine. So yeah, it's time to go on a cleanup again. The mech starts to stop spawning much earlier in this than the Rocketeers. So I'm just gonna have to let NPCs wander around. They have a better situation awareness than I do, Because as I said, all the enemies spawn randomly in this, so it's sometimes can be a pain to figure out where the last Rocketeers are. There is one.
Just want to remind people again that flashing lights coming up.
Flashing lights, yep. So I'm gonna throw the black hole. It will suck in the lower part of Ackerman, which is the boss fight. The boss, I don't think it's intended, but it also doesn't, for some reason, work for all the people. I don't know how that is, but yeah. Normally,
just kills them sometimes.
Yeah. Normally you're supposed to like plant C4 onto it, and when he goes into regenerating state, you blow C4s up, and that's how you deal with this bottom, because otherwise it doesn't take any damage. But it gets sucked into a black hole, so can't complain there. That's the end of the fight. By this time, there is actually a story in this game. By this time, quite a few people died, like John's Kenny, and now the father Mikhail. And we got betrayed by our like general in command, General Brandt. He was actually like a double agent for Mental or something. I don't remember. But yeah, now package coming up. This level is one of the shorter, you know, casually in speedrun, but in speedrun it's for all the wrong reasons. I'm just gonna say that what I'm gonna do is extremely precise and luck based, and I'm just gonna let Law talk about what he wanted to talk about.
Alright, so you guys know that there's an expansion pack coming to Serious Sam, and now that we're in Russia, I think it's perfect time to say a few words about it. The expansion pack will take place between the last two levels. So after you finish this, Sam goes on a little detour, and there's gonna be a lot of action, new enemies, and the expansion pack is being co-developed by Timelock Studio and Crot Team. Timelock Studio is a group of our community modders, but just calling them modders doesn't do them justice, because those guys are really talented, and when they come to us with this passion project of theirs, there was just no way we can say no to them, and we decided to give them a chance. They made prototype levels, and they really did a great job. So I think you'll all be really sweetly surprised by the upcoming expansion pack. I have to say it started on a much smaller scale, but the guys really did outdid themselves, and we decided, hey, man, this deserves to be a whole thing on its own, and that's why we decided to do it expansion pack instead of just a DLC.
So yeah, I wanted to reset up, but for some reason I got into this loading screen, which shouldn't happen. It should like instantly load me into my save. Okay, but yeah, I'll explain, I guess. Now, yeah, the expansion actually looks pretty sick from the trailer, but I'll explain this. Yeah. This level it used to be just run to the exit, and it was taking like 2.5 minutes. But I don't know why I got the loading screen. But what we do, and it's a bit hard to set up without shadows, is I'm trying to boost off I'm getting boosted by the rock into a slope, which throws me up, and then I need to fly in a very specific, I want to land on a crane, but I am not.
Rage sphere to survive the fall.
Yeah. I think this is a bad setup. Yeah. Just don't give me a loading screen again. Okay, I'll just reset up it manually. But yeah, this is an insane run killer. This thing comes up at the end of a run, and you kind of, what you gotta do is get a certain. Oh, this looks good. Please work. You just set up it ever so slightly off, and then you're just gonna start dying to this. So come on, just a bit more to the left, game. But yeah, many runs died here by just coming here and then spending minutes on this thing, and then the good run. Yeah, and then the good runs will just come here and do it first try or land on the deck, which I would personally not be against off right now. What is this weird? Yeah, this. Marathon luck. I'm gonna reset up again. Actually, I'm gonna reset up by just running there. I'm afraid of triggering another loading screen.
Wanna throw it back to donations for a minute?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll try to watch out the corner of my eye. If you get it, I'll stop. $25 from Floby here. Hey, I love all the GDQ events. Keep the amazing work going on. Lily here donated $100 to Prevent Cancer Foundation, said, thanks to all the wonderful people who make this event happen each and every year. Love to you all, and let's work toward a world without cancer.
Alright, I landed on the deck. At the very least, something good happened. So yeah, perfectly, you land on top of a crane. And then you just drop down from there. Well, not just drop down, use the staircase. The problem with landing on a deck, there used to be a bit more or less consistent setups with it. I mean, I'm not sure how consistent they are, quote unquote, but they were working, but then the other times they weren't. And just this trick is a pain, a story of its own. It come through so many iterations. I believe this setup that I'm currently using is like the one Creeper Hunter did, the guy who ran Deathloop for you like yesterday, basically. I believe that's his setup that I'm using, the 90 FPS and the angle. But yeah, there are like 120 FPS setups, the look away setups, so many things, and just to minimize the RNG factor. So from Earth with Love, we're gonna load into this level twice. Hope you like loading screens, but I'm gonna explain why. And this has to do with us running on not the latest patch. As when this game released, it had a basic Serious Sam inventory mechanic of when you load into the level, and also since I was playing on a fresh profile, when I stop it and go here, I have From Earth with Love, I can just start it. So it's like a progression still being preserved. When you start the level from a menu, the game will give you a default loadout, or whatever it considers a default loadout. So in this case, it's like some guns and 10, what's important, 10 point attributes, which I can spend to upgrade myself. And in next patch, after this one, this got fixed because of co-op people. And I asked to bring default, or like ability to change inventory system from default to preserved. Like so long, I don't know, maybe not gonna happen, but yeah. It's just, if in the newer patches, when you unlock the level, once you started, it will have the inventory that you last time entered it with. So essentially, you can do weird things. There is like co-op NG Plus that was born out of it, but for single segment, it just kills the fact that you can, for free, get 10 upgrade points, which is very important for the run. But I mean, it's not much slower, but 10 upgrade points. I get the dual wielding, I get the sprinting while shooting, and I get the bull riding. All of that is going to contribute to completing this level faster. I also can hold 2 miniguns now. Sam has no problems with
stuff off.
Yeah. I can shoot while running as well, both of them. And my favorite, 2 knives.
I'll save you a few.
But yeah, this music, this level is pretty good. Like it.
Are we gonna see some enemy riding in this level? I think that might help.
Oh yes, we will. That's the reason why I learned the Rodeo in the first place. Like initially we were just running. Like if you go to the right, there is 3 rage serums, and we were using that to run to the end of a level. Just using rages and then killing Uzan normally with the grappling hook and C4s. But then we kind of explored more of this. Oh, whoops. My mistake. But then we explored a bit more of this level, and we found some other strategies, including the one that I'll be doing now. So I'm gonna pick up the Rage Serum. That's for final boss. I'm gonna go out of bounds just for a quick second, skip like 2, 3, 4 fights. Get uphill here, and nobody will be spawning here because, well, I never hit the triggers. And I need to pick up the cannons because I'm gonna be killing Uksan with cannons. Oh, come on, not this jump. Okay, good. So it's down here. There is another strategy, and current runs use the other one that is faster than that, but you can do 2 cannons. That's pretty good. But this used to be the strategy to go just a few months ago, and it's much more shinier. I'm gonna go with that. So kamikazes, there's a lot of them, and they can actually kill me. I died here a couple times, even on tourist difficulty. There's a lot. So yeah,
it takes some
bulls.
talent.
Yeah, so bulls. I'm gonna quick save, and I need to ride a bull. Missed the bull. Another bull. Okay. So this is faster by around 10 to 15 seconds than running normally. And if I'm lucky, the bull is not gonna die. But enemies have insane aim, and Knum is... Oh, Knum missed. 1 HP, leave bull! Oh no. Okay, that one. 6 HP. What's up with you guys? Alright, this is... Remember this place? Well, maybe you don't because I shot myself instantly, but this is the beginning of the game. And what's gonna happen here is like very weird. So the final fight here is like kind of a multi-phase. First, the general brand spawns once you get over there. And the way he behaves is like he searches around to see someone who to jump for. And if you are not close enough, he's gonna ignore you and just jump somewhere. And of course in the speedrun that's not too good. So what we want to do is trigger him spawning and start running forward while also killing the horde. And if I don't think I'm sprinting, and if everything goes well, he notices me and jumps on me, otherwise I die. Because as soon as he notices you, you get the cutscene. Well, kind of the cutscene. You get the invulnerability triggered. And this used to be another major run killer, because you can just come here and then Brand just ignores you forever and never jumps on you. The other obvious strategy, and I'm just gonna do it to not waste time, is slowly push the Legion and make Brand jump on his second jump. That's what I'm gonna do. Gonna slowly progress forward. Not too far. And now I'm gonna run towards him. He should notice me. Okay, big troll on the boss right there.
Don't lift every single time.
He likes it there. Please notice me, senpai. Okay, I thought he noticed me. Okay. As soon as he like sees you and commits to jumping onto you, you stop taking damage. Okay, I think he saw me. Yeah, okay. There he is. Alright. Now he's gonna knock us out. This is essentially how the game starts with this. And now Ukzan appears. I'm gonna use the rage. Ukzan heals every like 10 seconds. After which he kind of gets full health, as you could see right now. But I should have just enough health and the rage to just kill him.
Dual cannons.
And get ready in time.
I always knew that feet are his weak spot.
Alright, time. Alright. And that's the main all levels run of Series 4. But I believe we're not done yet. As Bran said, you think this is the end? No, we got the nation incentive, man. So before we can talk about more stuff, I'm gonna start loading into Man vs. Beast for 80% showcase. So any percent is a weird category. It shouldn't take more than 3 minutes. I should really be messing up for that to take longer. And I guess I'll let Apple explain in a bit, but while we're loading, I'll want Prolix to give like one donation probably.
Okay, I've got the tiny cat with a $5 donation saying, "Did I hear $5 train? All aboard!" Yeah, that's right. We're trying to $5 train all the way to 500,000. Thank you.
You can go for one more.
Okay, then $20 here from Amaka, who says, "Good games, good runners, good cause. What's not to love about GDQ?"
All right. I'm not. Yeah. Okay. That was something I was about to ask. If we're ready with the timer, as soon as we stop loading, I'm gonna give it to Apple to explain what's happening here. If everything goes well, this round will be like 40 seconds. So I'm loading into a prologue, and this is where we do any percent, basically from the very beginning of the game to the credits. So let's start the run in 3, 2, 1.
So before you saw him trying to get Bran to jump on him to advance this, and Prologue is just the end level of the game too, so when Bran jumps on you, it just redirects you to the next level. There's actually a sort of secret you can do where if you kill Bran by shooting the staff in his hand, you can just pick that up to advance it too. And that's like one spot, one hole they didn't patch in Prologue, so this gets us through to the Carcassonne fight, if you can manage to do it. And then at the same time as that happens, we're going to try and get hit by Bran, as you just saw there. Well, not quite. And by overlapping two cutscenes at the same time, the game just kind of gets very confused, and you'll see what happens.
Game gets confused, never gets old. Hitting this stuff is a bit tricky because when you
barely understand how it works normally, let alone when we do this.
Come on, just hit the stuff. Oh, come on. Picking it up, like, you also have a very limited time frame because of Bran just doing his... Oh, come on, why am I missing so much? I was so close a couple times to picking it up.
Yeah.
Like, as I pick it up, it's essentially done and dusted. Okay, I might have to load a previous save. Unless... Oh no, okay. But yeah, this is like an intended mechanic. Yeah, I'm gonna load a bit back.
Looks like
Get
it's
a couple...
a little too far out of reach.
That might be even the worst save. But yeah, you do it in a run, you do it in like one go. Okay, this looks good. Okay, and now as timer fades and fades in, I'm gonna quick save, quick load, wait a bit, skip a cutscene, and be ready on time. Time. Alright. And
you think this is the end?
And now this is the end. So I'm gonna get to my final words. I'm really happy I was able to show this run off. Other than package, I don't think anything went particularly badly in this. I've been watching GDQs ever since forever. It's what got me into speedrunning to begin with Adam AK's Penumbra run from like 2013, I believe. And then I got into like a GTA speedrunning, Doom speedrunning, Serious Sam speedrunning, all of this kind of stuff. It's been a wild ride. It's been a long time. It's always been a dream for me to showcase a bit different game. So hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to make it to an actual scene with You're Empty, which is a great game, by the way, and maybe show it off eventually for you. But this is one of my favorite speedruns in the recent memory, the Serious Sam 4. So I'm really looking forward to that DLC, expansion rather. And shoutouts to Russian Restream, shoutouts to Serious Sam 4 speedrun, Serious Sam speedrunning Discord, to Harry Poster, Black Secret, Freezerd, Keltas, Sinvive, Gustus, Animeliodas, all the people Gilly, who wasn't able to join on the commentary, all these people who made this round possible, who routed it. Sorry if I forgot someone. There is just so many people who contributed to timeline ending in this very spot. Big thanks to both Apple and the Law for joining today on this commentary. It was a pleasure having you here. Yeah, and big thanks to all of you watching. Hope you had a great time, and just keep donating. Enjoy Marathon. Hope you have a really good time. And yeah, thanks. See ya.
All right, everyone, keep those claps going in the chat there.